have about 10 people here. Since we have a limit of time in Zoom, we only have 40 minutes, so maybe we can start right now without waiting for anybody else. Well, it's I'm happy to see that over 10 people came here. It's a great honor for me to see you here and to have an opportunity to teach you something or do something good for you. So yeah, perhaps I can first make a small introduction. What is this class about? This is the first time we make such a class. This is the first time we make the course, and this is also the first lesson in the course. Therefore, there are many things that we are not sure about. There are many things, unexpected things that can happen. Therefore, I can't tell you exactly how many lessons we will have and how long it will last. We have like a plan, but the plan might change because maybe we'll find out something new. Maybe there will be some new topics that you want to ask about. But approximately, we plan that this class will last from 1 month to 2 months. And then I want to make about 4 to 5 lessons every week. The schedule is not confirmed yet, but as soon as it is confirmed, starting from next week, it will be a stable schedule. So we'll choose exactly which 4 days of the week we will have the class. And I can tell you for sure that it will be at 22 o'clock Moscow time. We are going to teach you in this class the very basics. We're going to teach you the alphabet, the pronunciation, some basic words. Our original plan that we will teach you about 200 words in Russian. And this class is really for the very, very beginners. So if you have learned Russian already somewhere for a long time, for a year or more, then maybe you will not find anything new here. So maybe this class is not the best class for you. And if you are the complete beginner, if you never learned it before, then this class will probably be good for you. However, if you're an experienced Russian learner, you are still welcome here. Maybe not that much for a learning, but you might also maybe give me some help in teaching, because here we have a problem. We have a lack of teachers. You see, we have about 100 over people in our beginners group, and there is only one teacher, and that is me. And because of that, maybe it will be a bit difficult for me to make the personal connection to every student. Because I personally think that the best way to teach somebody is one-to-one, when the teacher only has one student, and the teacher can pay the full attention to the student and correct his mistakes, give him some advice, etc. And here, because we have 100 people, we don't have such an opportunity. And there might be people who ask questions, and if there are too many questions, maybe I'll not be able to reply all of them. Therefore, if some people willing to help me to solve some of those questions, you're welcome. Okay, hi Danny, also nice to see you, Danny. Happy that you're here. Okay, let's see what we are going to talk about today. I personally believe there is something that can help you a lot in learning Russian, and that something is not your intelligence, and it is not your memory. The intelligence is the ability to understand things, and the memory is the ability to memorize things. And even not your interest towards the Russian language, although these 3 things are very important in learning the language, but there is something even more important that will help you to learn the language. And I believe that that's the most important quality in education is kindness. I would really like to see, guys, that you are showing some kindness to each other and you help each other learn. For example, I will be giving you homeworks, including today. Today, there will be a very simple homework for you. And it will be really great if you do the homeworks or you discuss some questions in groups. For example, we have in our beginners group in Telegram, we have an option of a voice chat. So it would be really good if the students go to the voice chat and then they exchange their ideas, the views, etc. And I'll be also trying to participate in the voice chat as much as possible. I mean, this is apart from the lessons. So lessons, and there is a voice chat which is open, and you're welcome to come there. Okay. So this is about the class. And now we can move on. Такое домашнее задание, asking Mohit. Every day I'll give you homework at the end of the lesson. Okay. Before we proceed to learning, I want to ask you if you have any questions that you can ask me. I'll try to give you an opportunity to ask questions like every few minutes. So I'm looking at the chat and there is no question. Okay. Okay, so we can move on to teaching the material of this class. Today we are going to concentrate on the Russian alphabet. We are going to learn the letters. And for this purpose, I will share my screen with you so that I can show you. Okay. One difficult question I want to ask you guys. Everybody knows about the letters, but everybody knows that A, B, C, D are the letters. But does anybody know what a letter is? Is there anybody who can tell me, who can give me a definition of a word? Can somebody tell me that word is something? If you can, then please write it in a chat or raise a question. Raise your hand and I will unmute you. So the question, $1 million question, what is a letter? Somebody tell me, what is a letter? Give me a definition of a letter. My God, there's so many people. Semantic or syntax? Semantic. Han. When I want about the definition, a definition of the letter in the semantic, what is the purpose of the letter? What is the letter? Just give you a few seconds to everybody to answer. Okay, so since nobody is answering, I'll tell you what is a letter. A letter is a letter is a symbol that represents a sound. Letter is a symbol that represents the sound. Something like that. Subset of an alphabet. Yes, that's correct. Alphabet consists of letters, but I like personally this definition. When I was a child, I heard it from somebody, and I found this definition is the best. Okay, and then for every letter, for every language that has alphabetical system like Russian, there are 3 elements which are attached to every letter. First is the shape. Second is the name. Third is the sound that it represents. And I'll illustrate it with the English letter Z. This is the shape of the letter, so it's like this. Then the name of this letter is Z, and the sound that it represents is Z.
Z.
Nelson, hi.
Hi.
I don't know how it happened. You are the only one whose microphone is unmuted, but I know you're a nice guy. You can remain this way.
Sorry.
Okay, and you see that the name of the letter is not the same as the sound. The name of the letter is normally more complicated than the sound. So remember, the letter Z is called additional two sounds attached. Z. It's more than just the Z. And why the name of the letter is different than just the sound, I'll explain to you later. Okay. In Russian language, every letter has four shapes because we have uppercase and lowercase. And also we have cursive and the printed type of a letter. So I'll give you an example. So this is the letter P, letter P in Russian, uppercase, lowercase. Right? And if you write it in cursive, then it would sound look like this. Letter P. That would be the written form, the uppercase, the lowercase. Now, you don't need to memorize this particular letter. It's just to give you an idea that for every letter, you will need to learn four shapes. And because there are quite a few letters, then I suggest that you don't learn all those letters at the same time, but you go step by step. And the first shape, or the first, in the beginning, you only learn one shape, and I recommend for you to learn the printed version, uppercase. So this, all those letters, okay? And you don't need to worry about the lowercase and about the cursive. And when you make, for example, your homework, you can just write everything in the capital letter in the uppercase. I'll not mind. And later, after you have understood the alphabet, then we can also learn more about the other shapes, lowercase and cursive. Okay, so today we are not going to study alphabet in the alphabetical order, although it is good that you later memorize alphabet in the alphabetical order. It's important, but in order to make the memorization easier, we will learn it in a different order. We'll start with vowels. We'll start with vowels. By the way, in the Russian alphabet, there are 33 letters. Out of them, there are 10 vowels. Those who don't know, plus I would say about 20 consonants. For those people who don't know what is the difference between vowels and consonants, I can maybe give you a brief explanation. Vowels are such sounds which you can produce without closing your mouth. For example, a, or, o, or e. When you pronounce those sounds, you don't close your mouth. So, and you can pronounce it like in long term, like singing, like without a stop. While consonants are such sounds which you produce by closing your mouth. You must close your mouth at some point, like p, b, s. So we have 10 vowels, and what are they? Let me just check what is in the chat, because somebody for June, my handwriting used the printed version. Is it okay? Yes, you can handwrite the printed version. That's exactly what I meant. So you can write the printed letters with the uppercase with the pen. Okay. 10 vowels. They can be separated into two groups. A, E, U, O, U, and Ya, Ye, I, Yo, Yu. Let me clearly pronounce those letters. The first row is A, E, I, O, U. That was the first row. And the second row would be Ya, Ye, I. Sorry. Mistake. Ya, Ye, I, Yo, Yu. And if you pay attention on how those letters are pronounced, then you can see that they're corresponding to each other. They are arranged in pairs. So we have 5 pairs, and they have something to do with each other. For example, the letter Ya would sound like letter I kratke, which I'll explain later, and A. And the letter Ye would sound like I kratke and E. I and I we're gonna skip. It's a separate story. Yo would be Yo. You would be You. So you see, yeah. The difference between A and Ya would be A, Ya. So this symbol or this letter, which I'm pointing right now, is something like English letter Y. English letter Y in the word yolk. It's looking like this. Or New York, New York, New York. Y, Y. So Ya is Y plus A. Ya. Ye is Y plus E. Ye. And so they are arranged in pairs. So you can say we have actually not 10 vowels, but 5 vowels. 5 vowels. It's just that the other group is the first vowel, which is modified slightly. Okay. Please remember that the first group of vowels we call the hard vowels. Hard vowels. Then the second group of vowels we call the soft vowels. Okay, again, guys, you are welcome to ask me questions in the chat. And now I see that there are no messages in the chat. So I just continue. If you don't ask me anything, then I'll just continue. Okay, why are those vowels called hard and soft? I will explain later on. And now let me introduce some consonants as well. In the Russian language, we have 20 consonants, and most of them look different from English. But there are some consonants which look exactly the same as in English, and they represent exactly the same sound. Those 4 vowels, those 4 consonants So these consonants, they come from the Russian alphabet, but they are exactly the same as in English. This for vowels. They produce, so this vowel, this consonant produces the letter, the sound K, ka. This is the sound M. This consonant provides the sound T, and this is not C but S. In English language, sometimes C is also pronounced as S. Okay, there is some questions in the chat. Y, I believe, is a consonant. Yeah. Y, I believe is not. But when you say ya, we consider ya to be a vowel. But if y, kratka, is by itself, then it is believed. I believe it is a consonant. Yeah, consonant. So I chose this last letter, last consonant S produces the sound S, and I chose those letters because for you it will be easier to remember the alphabet. And I have decided to. So now we have 10 vowels and 4 consonants, and actually we can make already some words, some simple words with them. So let me show you some simple words in Russian. Let me make a nice title here. Delete on top. No. Okay. Okay. So here are the first Russian words that I can introduce to you. Ya. No, what? Perhaps I can just erase the part on top. I can erase the part on the bottom and just make a nice. Ya. It means me. Me. In English, it means me. Мы, I believe it might be confusing, means we. Вы is a plural for you guys. Там means there. Тут means here. Finally, кот means a cat. Okay. And actually, with these few words, you can already make some simple sentences. So just I'm going to tell you in advance that your homework for today would be to memorize the 10 vowels, then the 4 consonants that I have introduced, and also these 6 words. And with these 6 words, we're going to make some sentences. The first sentence that you can make, you can say, I am, my name is Alexander. Then I can say, make a sentence. I can say, I am Alexander. And in Russian language, we don't like to use the verb to be. So we don't say, I am Alexander, but we're saying, I, Alexander. And to make this sentence, you only need to know 2 words, the word I and your name. So since you're not so familiar with the Russian alphabet yet, you can use your name or you can type your name in English. And I'll give you an example. If I want to say, I am Alexander, then I would write this, or in English, my name would sound like this. So everybody can make a sentence like that. And I just want to make a test and see whether anybody can is listening to me, so that there are still some people who didn't fall apart, they didn't fall asleep. Please, somebody write in chat this sentence. Tell me, who are you? What is your name? Tell me that I am Nelson or I am somebody else. These guys send me at least one message so that I know that people are not sleeping. Yeah, Sabrina. Sabrina, that's great. That's great. Sabrina. Yeah, Nelson. Nelson, that's great. You are using a Russian alphabet to write your name. That is great. Yeah, Mohammed. Yeah, June. Yeah, Emil. Okay, guys. I'm happy to see. I'm happy to see this reaction. It means somebody is really looking. Because you know, speaking like this to a computer is like, it feels like I'm speaking to the wall because I feel there's not nobody here. Okay. Okay. And there are 2 more words with which we can create the sentence. Tam means there, tut means here. And you can say, you can use your name or somebody's name and say, that person is there or that person is here. If I want to say, Alexander is here, I would say, tut. Alexander, tut. And if I want to say that Nelson is there, then I would say, Nelson, tam. Okay, so at this moment, you know how to make 2 types of sentences. You can introduce yourself and you can say, where are you? Here or there. Отлично, Эмил, я рад. Я рад. Я Роджер. Роджер, привет. Отлично. Спасибо, ребята, за for your feedback. Okay, and we still have a little bit of time. And then I want to use that time to explain to you why the name of the consonant is different from its sound. as you have noted, like those letters, A, E, I, O, U, those letters, the name of those letters is exactly the same as the sound that they represent. The name of this letter is A, and the sound that it represents is also A. For vowels, the name of the letter and the sound is the same, but for consonants, it is not the same. For example, in English language, this is the Russian letter, the letter K. The sound that it produces is K, K, but the name of the letter is K, K. We're adding another vowel. Why is that? Why is the name of consonant different from the sound that it represents? It is because the name of the consonant is a word. It is a word which consists of one syllable. And in order to pronounce a syllable, you need to have at least one vowel. Therefore, for all the consonants, the name of the letter has at least some vowel. This is for a K. For this letter is called M. So we would need to add M. T. And you can see a situation, for example, in the Germanic languages. The Germanic languages, they all have the same alphabet, but in different languages, the letters are called differently. Okay. Okay. So our time is almost up, but since we are talking about the alphabet, let me start listing. So we learned the vowels, then we learned those consonants which are exactly the same as in English, and now we go through the alphabet step by step from the beginning to the end. And maybe I will be able to cover the entire alphabet. If not, don't worry. Actually, it was not the plan. Actually, I was supposed to finish here. So this the full alphabet is actually something extra. So if we can't cover it today, then we will cover it next time. And I'll list you the alphabet in the alphabetical order. This is A, B, V, G, D, Е, Йо, Ж, З, І кратке, К, Л, М, Н, О, П, Р, С, Т, У, Ф, Х, Ц, Ч, Ш, Щ. The soft sign, мягкий знак in Russian. I'll tell you later what it is. The hard sign, мягкий знак, that is твердый знак in Russian. I'll tell you later what it means. And another letter I skipped. Мягкий знак. И. Мягкий знак И. Твердый знак. Ю. Я. And that is about the alphabet. Okay, and we still have a few minutes. Let me tell you the homework. Okay. So those vowels, your homework will be to write those vowels by hand. And also to write those consonants by hand. And also to write the sentence you must introduce yourself and you must say that you are here. It should be something like, yeah, Alexander, yeah, тут. So you must do these few pieces of homework. And then when you are writing this, also, please record the voice message. So when you are writing those letters, for each letter, you must say this letter. You must say A, E, I, O, U, Я, Е, И, Ё, Ю, К, М, Т, С, Я, Александр, Я, тут. And there are so much commands. Let's see. Russian doesn't used to be in the present tense. Yes, exactly, Mohammed. We don't used to be in the present tense, but we use it in the past tense. Yes. Тут and bot. Bot, I don't know this word. June. Maybe you mean what? Тут, what. Тут and what. If you mean what, they're similar, they overlap, the meaning overlaps. What, it means when you're showing somebody to see, if you are showing the same thing for somebody to see, you can say, what, please take a look, what. While when you say тут, it doesn't mean that you're asking the person to look at it. You just say something is here. Okay, you don't show him. Okay, a few more questions. Is я тут, я Cindy. Cindy, привет. Where is the verb to be? To be. Извини, я еще Okay. Okay, so guys, I think there are no more questions. For the rest of today, I will be available in our Telegram channel. Please write me questions. When you do your homework, so you handwrite it, right? And then make a picture and then send it to my Telegram account. And also you're welcome, you guys, you can also share it with each other. If you know each other already within the group, then you can also send to each other, you can join the voice chat, and you're welcome to do this homework together. Okay, and I hope that I'll be able to see all the homeworks you do. I'll really put my efforts to see and correct if your pronunciation is not good or if your writing is not correct. I'll try, I promise I'll try to give you a feedback. And for now, I want to thank you for all your attention. It was a great pleasure and a great honor for me. And I will see you again at our next lesson, which will happen on Saturday night. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, спасибо.
Спасибо, Nelson. Пока.
Don't know where you're. I'm saying, go. That's very far. I was going to see how far. We got one key right there. Boom. A bad boy, let's go get these.